sport. I know them very well, so we can work out a deal there. But right now, I think he's taking time out of the sport, and one has to respect that.
And just to put a little bit of more meat on that bone, there is no recovery. The guy is perfectly fine. He quit. He got a black eye and he didn't want it anymore with Canelo. There was no smashed orbital bone. There was no broken eye socket. He swallowed it. He gave up. And that's why he's been MIA for the last however many months, because of the shame of what he did. So yeah, you know, if he ever grows a pair and wants to get back in the ring, you know, we're here. So we'll see what happens.
Where did you get the that opinion from, Chris, that there was no broken orbital bone? Have you heard something from someone?
There's nothing to hear. If that was the truth, then there would have been doctor's reports. There would have been pictures. The guy was driving around in his car a week later with sunglasses on. If you've broken your eye, that doesn't happen. As simple as that.
What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. Oh man. Oh man, Billy is down bad right now. All the way down bad is Billy. This right here is a madness, and it's quite a shame, to be fair, before we kick off with the analysis. It's kind of a shame because, listen, if you go look at IFL TV's channel, to be fair, I've got to give them half credit for the fact that this video is even up, or that they haven't chopped it out. Yeah, because you best believe it's only because El Trapahan and MTK are going through it right now. Yeah, the Feds are, listen, the Feds have got El Trapahan on his tippy toes. So if it wasn't for that, you best believe this interview would be got. Yeah, this interview would be touched, 100%. But anyway, what I was going to say was, if you go and look at IFL TV's channel, go and check the title of this video. It says, Eubank says that, Eubank says he wants to fight Billy Ho. That's it. Now, again, we know, Coogie, we know IFL TV love titles. I mean, I'm not being funny, as a YouTuber, the title is the second most important thing. The title and the DP. That's all that matters. Breaking. Yeah? What's that other one Coogan loves? Brutal, yeah? But wait there a minute. You man, let me know what you think. But what's a more brutal title? Chris Eubank exposes Billy Ho Saunders' fake looking ass eye injury. Or, Chris Eubank wants to fight Billy Ho. How many times have we heard that? Guess what we haven't heard? There's been very few. Obviously the YB's been there, but in terms of the boxing establishment, there's been very few. In fact, I'm trying to think who. Yeah, I think Eubank might be the first one. Eubank might be the first one to step up and call a spade a spade. So obviously, salute to Eubank. It's a shame it's taken him this long, to be fair. He should have been out here banging the drum. And to be honest with you, I was a bit disappointed. Because Eubank should have given his props. Yeah, because all the information, where'd it come from? Yeah, the YB, no doubt. He should have said, when the IFL TV interviewer said to him, Eubank, how do you work that out? He should have said, listen, how I worked it out was, this next Don, who stay on Billy Ho Saunders' neck, called the YB. Huh? That's how I worked it out, no doubt. But anyway, listen, let's get back to it. Eubank, this was bad. And to be fair, you know what? At this point in time, Billy Ho needs to start answering some of the beefs. Because right now, anyone who wants to go on Billy is having a go. The YB for the last 6 months has been having a go freely on Billy. Yeah? I've got to listen, let me say, I've got to thank Billy to an extent, because I haven't had a missus for a while. So it's nice to know that if ever I'm lonely, I can always just hop on, have a quick go on Billy. Do you know what I'm saying? One of them ones. Oh, man. Yeah, so like I said, listen, I give thanks to Billy because, trust me, your man the YB's been in a bit of a drought period. So it's always nice to know I can just hop on Billy and ride the legs off him whenever I feel. Yeah? But like I said, listen, the fact of the matter is, what this shows you is, and we know that, oh, well, Chris Eubank's his opponent, and they've had back and forth since time began. Listen, the facts are, whoever wants to go on Billy is having a go right now. Simple as that. No respect. Chris Eubank comes out and calls a spade a spade. Billy, there's nothing wrong with your eye. Your eye had a little bit of a cut, a little bit of bruising, and you're jacked. That's the truth. And that's why you've been MIA. And by the way, yeah, if anything, there's such thing called circumstantial evidence. Now, what do we know? If, like, for example, we've seen loads of people genuinely have eye injuries before, yeah? Guess what they don't do? People who have genuinely had eye injuries, they don't go missing for 6 months, do they? See what I mean? That there is what you call circumstantial evidence. No doubt. Since time began, since boxing began, people have been having genuine eye injuries. What's there to hide about? My eye got bust, my orbital got bust, and it's simple as that. I had to go to hospital. Simple. Even if you didn't show the proof, which Billy didn't, if it genuinely happened like that, why is he hiding for 6 months? I'll tell you why he's hiding. Blatant guilt. He lied about being injured. He lied about it all. Your man, the YB, hopped on him, had another go after Canelo. Yeah, I got to admit, I took your man, the YB, took the sloppy seconds, no doubt about that. I hopped straight back in after Alvarez did, and rode. Listen, I can't lie to you. Yeah, after Alvarez finished with him, there was a little bit left. There was a little bit of goodness left, and your man, the YB, rolled out of him as well. Nothing left now. Yeah, obviously Chris Eubank now, 6 months later, he's having sloppy thirds, but either way, listen. Like I was saying, if your man Billy was genuinely injured and it was just one of them ones, he'd have been out here already. He ain't been nowhere. He MIA, like Chris Eubank said. He MIA. Because the guilt is eating him up. I've spoke to some people close to the situation, close to Billy Ho, and they've told me, listen, YB, Billy, especially after the things he said, don't forget this, people. People say to me, YB, why do you have to ride Billy so hard? They say, YB, why do you have to... Oh, they say to me, YB, why do you stay hanging at the back of Billy Ho Saunders? I say, listen, what you man forget is, this man had demonstrable things to say about other people. He lambasted Daniel Dubois. He talked about Canelo Alvarez's children and how they wouldn't... Oh, but how Alvarez... Alvarez must have done something. Alvarez must have dropped a belt, yeah? He dropped a belt and moved up a weight. And Billy Ho Saunders came on international TV and started saying, oh, your kids won't look at you the same. Oops. Oops. And now I've got goofies in my comment section saying, oh, YB, you're taking it a bit low here. What do you mean taking it low? I'm just equaling things out. The facts are, Billy Ho went off on Alvarez's kids talking about, oh, he can never look at them the same. Well, guess what? If Alvarez, by dropping a belt to move up and take on bigger men, can't look at his kids anymore, what does it say for Billy Ho? Who got his back blown out by some next Donny. Got the hind legs rolled off him, 1800s equestrian style, no doubt. Yeah, back in the 1800s, if people were in a rush to get somewhere, often they'd end up riding the horse too much, and it obviously it passed away. But listen, what we know is Alvarez rolled the legs off Billy, no legs left, and he even admitted it in the Talk Sport interview. He said, "Listen, truth is, yeah, my legs was feeling it. Alvarez was riding me a little too hard, and all this kind of stuff. So listen, we have to pray for Billy. Billy was going through it, no doubt, 100% confirmed. But listen, where was we? In the day, your man's Billy down bad, and I'm just glad that Chris Eubank came out and knocked on it again. More people should be doing this, but unfortunately, we know the MTK cabal is broad. They stay paying. They stay keeping people quiet. There's a reason your man the YB stays moving, yeah? Now, some people say, YB, are you untouchable? How come no one can touch you? Well, one of them ones, yeah? Can't be touched. Untouchable. They call me El Untouchable, yeah? 100%. But listen, Billy, you're down bad, yeah? And what you need to do right now is start... To tell you the truth, yeah, we're bored right now. Because your man the YB has already aired you out. I want you bad, Billy. Where are you? Stop hiding. Yeah? I want you. Me and you. Let's get it on. Failing that, your man Eubank wants a piece. And at this point, no word of a lie, at this point, I don't even like Eubank like that. But I'm telling you, Eubank will stick it on Billy. And Billy will go running. Because we all saw how the first fight went. Let's not forget this. Eubank lost that fight. Billy didn't win it. Eubank lost it because he did naffle for 6 rounds. The minute he turned the heat up, Billy was down bad. Yeah, Billy was getting worked. If Eubank had started, I'm not going to say, obviously, he lost the fight, 100%, but the facts are, Eubank lost the fight. Billy didn't win it. And Billy even knew after the fight. He was goosed. That's the fight that must happen right now. For Billy Ho Saunders' honour's sake. How can you have a man come out here and do you like that? He's told you, listen, Billy, I want you bad. But I understand in your fragile state, you ain't going to want them from me. You are MIA. You are hiding out. After all that talking about, you can't look at you. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. I'm hearing from people close to Billy Ho Saunders that because of all the things he's said, look, Alvarez, you can't look your children in the eye. There's an old saying. It's an old Bible thing that says, I'm not sure what it says, but something along the lines of, what goes around comes around, or not even that. Something along the lines of, the things you put out, when you was out there riding Daniel Dubois about his eye, and by the way, Daniel Dubois actually had a bad eye, confirmed. Daniel Dubois' eye was actually popped, 100%, and that's why Daniel Dubois ain't hiding. Because he was down bad. Joe Joyce rolled the legs off him, but it is what it is. He was injured, as such. He owned it. He can look at his kids in the morning. No problem. You didn't own it. You found a way out, and the worst thing is, again, what I rate about Daniel Dubois is the fact that he took it all on his shoulders. Guess what he didn't do? He didn't crawl back to his corner and chew one of their ears off, begging them to pull him out, and then they can pull one of them controversial ones. Oh, well, it's a team, and I would love to get back in there, but my team pulled me out. No, I actually rate Daniel Dubois, because many people these days, many fruity boxers, they try to be smart. They try to be calculating. Oh, well, if I go back to the corner and they pull me out, then in a way, for example, Kell Brook tried to do this. If you watch the Kell Brook fight versus Errol Spence, you can see him trying to angle it. Come on, man, throw the thing in. But Dubois, he had no shame in that sense. He went straight down. It was blatant. Daniel Dubois took a knee and just said no more. I respect that. As a man, you can't argue with that. He didn't want no more, and he knows he didn't. That's why he went straight down. He didn't try and muddy the water. Oh, but look, I wanted more, but the team pulled me out, and it's not. Your man Billy on Talk Sport talking about, well, I could be frustrated with my team, but they've got a job to do. What? Frustrated with your team? You was begging to get pulled out of there. What's wrong with you? But again, like I was saying, at some biblical level, they talk about the energy you put out. That same energy in the same form comes back around to get you. So what I mean is, look at the parallels here. We've got Daniel Dubois with an I1. You didn't even have a real I1. You had a fake I1, but still, it all came back around. And I rate that. I rate God for that one, because Billy, of all the Dons, to be fair, the only one next we've got is Tyson Fury. Although, to be fair to Fury, to an extent, he has kind of proved it to an extent, because he has been knocked hard, and he did get back up. So he has half proved it, but either way. And to be fair to Tyson Fury, he actually didn't go off on Daniel Dubois. So let me stick on Billy Ho. Billy Ho is the worst of them all, to be fair. He was real. He almost, the way fans gassed him, he almost felt a responsibility as a true fighting man. Billy Ho Saunders really adopted that role. Oh yes, I am the, what would you call it? Think about Billy Ho Saunders before May, if you had to pick one person in boxing, or in particular British boxing, who stood as a pillar of what a real fighter should do. Billy was that man. People would look after a fight, yeah, after someone quit or after something else. People would, and Billy, in fact, Billy even said it. When he put that video out about Daniel Dubois, he even said, "Oh, people have been asking me for my opinion." He was that guy. And even myself, to be fair, I think I may have even given Billy Ho credit for what he said, because what he was saying weren't necessarily wrong. But it's wrong when you get put in the same situation. In fact, when you get put in a lesser situation, because what we know is Joe Joyce, yeah, he was a £250 man. He went in there with no 160-pounder. So, whatever Daniel Dubois dealt with, and he had to deal with an actual injury. You got hit once, literally. Got hit with one shot, and wanted a way out. That's a fact. And the minute you got put in that same situation, you didn't want... Listen, all that talking you did on IG. Billy Ho Saunders, yeah, put out a 3-minute video ranting and raving about Daniel Dubois. He spent 100 times less. It's a shame he didn't spend 2 or 3 minutes battling in there with Canelo, wasn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? How can you spend... I don't know about that. How can you sit there and spend 3 minutes lambasting Daniel Dubois, but when Alvarez was in front of you and hit you and was taunting the crowd, where you should have been angry, where was all that fight in you? Because you was happy to get on IG. You spent plenty of time on IG. How come you didn't spend some of that time in the ring when my man was licking you upside your head and making you jack in front of your kin? Oops. You didn't want no more. Kids or no kids. Yeah? Sit there talking about what Alvarez is. Oh, yeah, look, he dropped his belt. He dropped his belt. Yeah, you dropped your kegs. How about that? Truth is, Alvarez, mate, you dropped your kegs and you grabbed your ankles. Bottom line. Billy is an ankle grabber. And if you don't like it, you should have told him. Yeah, if you don't like it, tell your mans not to fold. How about that? Because what we know is, folding, that term comes from, how can a human fold? A human folds when they grab their ankles. That is a folded human. Bottom line, Billy Ho folded. Did he? Call me a liar. Yeah? Them ankles was grabbed. No doubt. And if you don't like it, it says more about you. Because I'm just telling you what happened. And if Billy don't like it, what you can do is, my Twitter is in my bio box. Come down to the Twitter, send me a DM and say YB. Let's get it in, and we'll get it. No problem. And I'll send you packing straight back to the corner again. No doubt, 100% confirmed. And that's why, in the last 6 months, people say, YB, in the last 6 months, not even once has Billy even... Listen, he don't want nothing to do with the YB. Because he knows the YB is synonymous with ankle grabbing. No doubt. 100%. But that said, never mind the YB, your man's Chris Eubank, he wants a piece too. People, and that's what I'm saying. The seal has been broken. It's a bit like when Mike Tyson got beat. People are queuing up to have a go next. Yeah? You got the YB queuing up to have a go on Billy and no, sorry, tell a lie. I lied. I'm sorry. I hate to lie to my dons, yeah, but listen, I lied. I said, I'm lining up to have a go on Billy. I'm lying. I'm lining up to have another go on Billy. The second one and the third one. Yeah? Eubank wants some. Who else wants some? And I'm pretty sure there'll be some dons in the comments who want some. Yeah? So Baggerman who wants some. You stay hiding. No doubt. But Chris Eubank, I thought, to be honest with you, I just had a rush of emotion go through my head. I feel bad for Billy. Because he used to be that guy who was all out there, wasn't he? Answering. He used to be that guy who was out there making the beef. Now, he just down bad. now he just missing. Now Dons just line up and get off all over him. It's quite sad, to be fair. Oh, how the mighty, or how the perceived mighty have fallen. Wow.